Hey guys, pizza lovers, how are we all out there? Happy New Year, firstly. We're in 2025. Can't believe it. Crazy, hey, Stefan?
Yeah, it's gone so quick the last year.
I know, man. And we've
But
been both busy and haven't been able to do many episodes. So,
yeah, the last few months has been a bit hectic for both of us. So
yeah,
it's
let's
good
hope we
good to
can.
get on the mic again.
Yeah, of course. Let's hope we can get a few done this year.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we do have a couple episodes lined up um in the near
Yes, we
future.
do. Hmm.
So we're gonna try and squeeze this one in as a quick one for you guys, as we've thought that this one might be particularly interesting to pizza makers at home and caterers and whatnot. So rather than hearing about other people's stories, it's also just about learning about different ovens that are on the market, and you can share your experiences as well when we upload this, so in the comments and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
so
it'll be good to get some interaction from people, what their thoughts are. I
yeah,
know that
that's it.
we've had some comments about this episode that we're about to do.
Yeah,
People interested. As in which one they that we prefer or like or whatever
yeah,
whatever you
yeah,
want to say. So yeah,
yeah.
let's
So
get
for
into it.
those that didn't see the I guess the
The
clip that we
post.
uploaded as a
Mm.
like a preview to this is basically this episode is going to be more tailored towards portable ovens, and in particular looking at I guess the two, would you call it, the head honchos of the portable market industry,
Yeah, I reckon
uh,
so.
the big dogs. Yeah.
Yeah,
So in this particular post, we mentioned about Gozney and Ooni. They have been the biggest ones on the market pretty much because they were one of the first to come on. So
go.
yeah, that's it. um, so yeah, so based on I guess my personal experience, I've owned a numerous amounts of them, um, and I've only owned one Uni, and that was
Hmm.
the Coda 16,
Yep,
and
that's
I had
sort
that.
of a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's probably their most popular model, I would say. Well, it's always been like their kind of like their flagship oven. Now they've got the newer ones that have more technology in them, but
Yep.
that's been pretty much that was their biggest one, because it has the 16, meaning the 16-inch stone.
Yep.
Um, yeah, so that's the one I had from Uni. And then in terms of Gozney, I have three rock boxes and two
Yep.
domes. So
Yep.
you can see which brand I kind of
Mate, you're loaded. Yeah.
went towards more.
Yeah, of course.
um,
Well, I have to
yeah,
admit that
so
the Gozney ovens do look a lot more stylish, in my opinion, over
yeah,
the Uni.
they do.
But
Yeah,
that's just my
yeah,
taste, my preference. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, I know that like when I had the Uni Coda, like it was a great oven, like really good. Um, but one thing that kind of led me towards the rock box was because, well, one, it was cheaper for starters. So I think at the
mhm.
time I think it was around 1,200 for a Coda 16, and the rock box was
Yep,
probably just shy of 800, I think,
yep,
depending if you got a sale or not.
yeah,
So I knew that I was going to have multiple of them in the future, and I wanted to stay with one brand. So that was probably
yeah.
number
Of
one.
course.
Um, but then number two was also I found the Coda was probably not as practical in terms of like moving it around. Like it was
Too big
the
or
rock box. No, well, it used to get really hot, like on the
oh,
outside of
okay.
it. Whereas the rock
Yep.
box does as well, but it I feel like it cools down a bit quicker on the outside. So if you are going to events, it's easier to cart around.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, like both are really great ovens. Um,
Yeah.
But then, yeah,
I can't comment on the uni itself because I've never used one.
yeah,
I know a few people that have got them and use them and love them. They swear
yeah,
by them,
yeah, yeah.
like that's people that just use them at home as well
Well, that's it.
as
You've got
professional. So
yeah,
like I
you've got
know
the Uni fanatics and you got the Gozney fanatics, and
yeah,
yeah,
exactly right. Yeah, I know my good friend George from school lunchbox.
oh yeah,
He has an uni and he likes it. He loves it. So
yeah,
and when I've spoken to him in the past about it, he goes on about how good it is. So but
yeah.
yeah,
They
like
are.
I
They
can't
look. They've come a
personally
long way.
say,
Like it's
you know, yeah. I mean, look, they're probably a great oven. I sort of
yeah,
like how it's got the low top on it, so it's like more of a Napoli style,
yeah, yeah. That's it.
that low
Um,
inside.
yeah. Well, that's actually one thing I've noticed
It's has
with the rock.
slim, like it's yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and you got more cooking space, whereas the rock box is more like you really actually got to know what you're doing before
yeah,
you
absolutely.
burn the shit
Well,
out of a
that's
pizza.
well, that's
You know.
so true, and I was going to say
Yeah.
that because I'm sort of new to them. I've got two rock boxes myself, and yeah, when I first used it, I was like, oh shit, yeah, you have to like really know
Yeah.
what you're doing
Yeah.
because you can easily
Because
burn it, and
it's such a strong flame too. Like
yeah,
it's
and the thing is
for
as
a little
well, like
oven.
yeah, like I love the rock box. It's good, especially now that I've worked out, how to use it properly. Where
Yeah.
once you've got it to your temp, turn it down a bit, and when you're cooking, you just have to
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
adjust the heat on it, and you
Yeah.
can cook obviously a really nice pizza. The only thing I sort of don't like about the rock box is how the flame is at the back, because
Oh,
when you
okay.
want to
Yeah.
turn it, the front's still a bit raw, and if you put the peel in, your turning peel in too
Yeah.
soon, you can easily put a hole in the pizza. But the problem is
Yeah.
the front of it's burning or cooking, and it needs
Well,
to
that's
turn, but you
yeah.
can't get your peel in enough to turn. So that's why I say that you need to know to adjust the heat and the flame on it, so that way you're not burning
Yeah.
the front. You can let it cook a little bit longer before you have to turn it, so that you don't put a hole in the pizza.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
But otherwise, it is a great oven. Very easily
Yeah.
portable. It's lightweight. It's not too heavy.
Yeah. And it's like yeah. I guess it's the benefits of these ovens is they've opened up avenues for people that are now getting into like pop-ups and catering and
Yeah,
all that sorts of thing, which is
yeah,
good.
100%. Yeah, yeah,
A lot more people are giving pizza a go,
yeah.
which then also
But even
comes with its negatives
yeah, of course,
um,
it does. Yeah,
of
but
yeah,
even home, like people at home are doing it too, getting their ovens, and they're getting a rock box or the dome or an uni or whatever, and
yeah,
giving it a go at home too. So
yeah. That's it. And you don't have to spend 3 hours lighting a wood-fired oven at home in your backyard.
yeah, well, that's the benefit
You
of
know,
it, isn't it? Especially with the rock box, half an hour and
yeah,
you're ready
yeah,
to go. Like it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
so convenient, and especially
yeah.
if you are doing a pop up or you're doing an on-site catering gig or whatever,
Mm.
it makes it so much easier. Set
Oh
them up,
yeah,
turn them
yeah,
on, set up the rest of your stuff, and off you go. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I've used the dome before with yourself on that gig we
Yes,
did.
yes, yeah.
And I've also tried out the Gozney arcs as well.
Okay,
And
yeah.
that was with Dom from Tillage
With
Pizza,
Dom,
who we
yeah, yeah, yeah,
interviewed. Yeah, the last interview we did.
yeah,
He's got three of them himself, and
yeah,
they're really good. I liked it. Like
yeah. Like when the art
they
came
they
out, I
do they do reach temperature really quick as well. So
yeah,
and can get hot. They can get hot.
yeah. Well, I still get like a few people that ask, should I get the dome? Should I get the arc? And it's like, well, the arc, like especially the XL being the bigger one, like
Yeah,
unless you're making breads and things like that, like the arc is a really cool fucking oven. Like
Yeah, it is.
The way it has its
Yeah,
flame, like one of my biggest issues with the dome, and you're talking a $3,000 oven, like they're not cheap. Um, is the wind. Like I think
yeah,
just the design of it, like you cannot cater unless you have something over your truck. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. So
you
you
need a
need like a
marquee.
bit of a
Yeah,
windbreaker.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it goes through the front, it goes underneath, and yeah, it catches the flame, which it
yeah,
just completely puts the flame out. Which I
yep,
think that's the biggest downfall of that oven. But other than that,
yep.
you can't fault it. But it is
No,
like
you
in
can't. 'Cause
catering that one little thing is one huge issue. You
of
know what I
course it
mean?
is.
If
Yeah,
you,
because you need it
um,
to you need that flame on all night.
yeah, yeah, especially with the winds that we get, in Melbourne.
Yeah, of
So,
course. And the good thing with the dome, yeah, well, that's right. With the dome or the arc is the space. You've got for turning your pizza, and
yeah,
if you wanted to go that slightly bigger pizza, you can. And the
yeah,
flames on the side, I really like. It's like using a normal wood oven almost. You know what I mean?
yeah,
With the
yeah.
flame on
It
the
is.
side,
You
it's
get the
just so
rolling.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
that
yeah,
rolling flame. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
yeah. It is. Yeah, but yeah. Like I guess it comes with the challenges of the industry. Like where it's going. I guess
Yeah,
Um, especially well for one like oven builders that are
yeah,
building commercial ovens or manufacturing commercial ovens that people used to put on trailers,
yeah,
although people still are, and there's still a big market for it. There's so many more now that are just going down that path
yeah.
of
Of
the
course.
portable setups, and it's a bit like it's good in one way and it's really bad in another, where it's
Yeah, of course.
the risk of killing other businesses that are
Yeah,
doing like those old
that's
school. But
right.
there's always that market for it. Like there's still people that want to use traditional ovens.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
and but yeah, I think like it's always interesting rocking up to an event with those ovens, and people think
Yeah,
that you're cooking with toys, and then they see the food come out and they're like shit,
yeah,
like they don't
exactly.
expect it,
Yeah, they
they
wouldn't, of course. Yeah,
yeah, and they're wondering where the wood is.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's true. They would. You'd be like, it's in there. Don't worry. They're just throwing little toothpicks and say that's the wood.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, with Gozney, they need
Mm.
to they need to release something that you can fit maybe like two pizzas in, like Uni have.
Yeah. I thought you were going to
So
say they should
Uni's like
sponsor you, but
sponsor me. I
um,
have to admit they've been liking a few of my photos lately, so thanks,
oh,
Gozney.
that's it. Yeah, good, good.
Um, but I reckon
Yeah, no, I
they
agree.
need
I
to
agree.
release, yeah, just something you can fit two pizzas in would be nice. But obviously, it still
It
needs
is,
to be
yeah,
made where it's not too heavy or awkward to carry
yeah.
around and sort of because I know that Uni's got that
I
new
guess
what's
it's
it called?
hard, because they're the Coda
I can't
Max
remember. Coda Max, yeah,
two
the
or
Coda
something.
Max, yeah, and that fits two
Yeah,
side by
yeah,
side. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I haven't used that one yet. It looks really promising.
yeah. I've seen a
But
pizza maker use
yeah,
it.
like I think. Yeah, yeah, same.
Yeah, yeah,
Seen a couple of the uni people on them.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like the reason why I was going to change out my domes for two of them, so that I can do four at a time.
yeah,
But for me, it was more just when I see an oven on legs, I think, well, I can't figure out a way to mount that on my ute permanently.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I think like the domes look like wood fired ovens,
yeah,
so they look really nice.
yeah.
Whereas
They are
on the
very stylish.
yeah, like those, I think they're still more a portable marquee kind of oven, the
Yeah,
Coda 2.
yeah,
But I think definitely Gozney needs to tap into that. I reckon they know that they need to, but
yeah,
whether or not they're going to do it or not is
yeah,
because I think they're just like they're set tapping into that amateur market. When I mean
yeah,
amateur, I mean people at home. Like
yeah,
I would say there's much more people buying pizza ovens for home than there is caterers.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
100%.
mean? So, and
It's
most people at
that's
home
true.
don't need an oven that big.
No, they don't,
Um,
because the time it
but
takes to get it fired up, you almost be like, I can't be bothered, you know. But when you got like a little rock box or Uni,
yeah, that's it.
whatever,
Yeah,
or whatever other brand,
yeah,
it's just so easy. You know what I mean? Half an hour, it's ready to
yeah.
go. So whereas you're not
But I
spending
think
two or
like the
three
dome,
hours.
like yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. Um, the dome, like, yeah, one thing I don't understand is the dome is like it's not a portable oven. So that's why one thing I didn't understand why it just wasn't made like, you know, another 20 centimeters wider or something like that.
yeah,
And you could just get that. Like, so when I cook the Roman pizza in that oven, I can do two at a time, but they're
yeah,
oval shape. So, of
yeah,
course, you can. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And even then, you still need to fiddle with it because the one on the left is cooking a lot quicker than the one on the right.
yeah. Of
You know what I mean?
course.
Because
Yeah,
it's right on that flame.
yeah.
You
It's on
know.
the flame. Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think had it have just been that slight bit bigger, like it would have been the perfect oven. I think, and
yeah.
that's
Of
where I think
course.
the Arc XL, like I don't understand why there was an Arc and an XL, and it's only 2 inches or something bigger.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
not
Like
not
you've got
much of a
a
difference.
14 and a 16. It should have been maybe like a 14 and a 20. You
Yeah,
know,
that would be
because then,
good.
yeah, that like it would have done your two pizzas comfortably.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
two 10-inch, yeah. Or even if you went 24,
yeah,
then
yeah,
you could go
yeah. Well,
two
that
twelve
too.
inch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look, it's
Um,
something I'm sure they can work on,
I have a
if they
feeling that
haven't
it will
already.
be. It has to be like it's because how much more one pizza ovens can you make?
Yeah, well,
You
that's
know,
right.
like
Yeah.
so.
Um,
Uh,
aside
but yeah,
from those two big names, there's quite a few others
hmm,
that I've started seeing coming out as well that look
there
really cool.
is.
Was
Yeah,
it?
there is.
Oh, I can't remember the brand now, and I don't want to say it in case I fuck it up. No, I'm not going to say it. There was one that come out
You're
that I
not gonna
saw
say?
recently. No,
Yeah.
and because I'm not sure who it was, I can't remember, so I don't want to say the wrong name.
Oh, okay.
But I really liked the look of it. The style was really,
Hmm.
really beautiful. Like it was clean. It looked good,
Yeah. Rotating
and so
floor?
they had this. What's that? Sorry.
Has it got the rotating floor?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and it had like a point at the
Yeah.
top. Yeah. Do you know which
Yeah,
one
so
I'm
there's
talking
a
about?
few. Well,
Or
there's a
not?
few brands now that are coming out, and that's another thing I want to talk about the fucking rotating floor. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? um, yeah, like, so there's the Etna. I think it's WIT. Yeah, WITT. So
Yep.
WIT, and then there's the Etna, and then there's another one.
That
And the
could be the one
difference
I
is
was
they're
thinking.
just two different
So,
sizes.
yeah.
They look similar, sort of similar to like an uni, but with a rotating floor.
Okay.
Then you've got the Everdure, or however you say it, the kiln.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a that I haven't used that, but that looks really good value because that's $1,000 flat,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
got a rotating floor. It's got a burner on the side, and I think it has a burner underneath the
Okay.
floor
Oh yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think I've seen that one. Yeah.
yeah. But there's so many other brands coming out. Like Bunnings have their own brand.
Yeah.
Um, BCF, they've got the Gasmate. They've
Oh
got
yeah.
that one. So I've got
Yeah.
one of those, and they're pretty cool too. They're actually bigger than the Uni.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so there's heaps that are coming onto the market now, which is good for people that are wanting to get into pizza, um, without breaking the budget.
Yeah. 100%.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm actually keen to know what people's thoughts are on. Because what was the other one? Oh, that's right. Someone mentioned Alpha
Oh
when we
yeah.
said
Alpha. I was gonna
when
bring up Alpha. Yeah.
yeah when we mentioned the Gozney versus Uni, and someone said Alpha.
Yeah.
I thought, oh yeah, we didn't really talk about them, but that's just like I haven't done enough study on them on
Yeah.
the Alpha
Nor have
ovens.
I. I haven't either. I've never seen
Yeah,
one. I've only online. I've seen
I've
an
seen a
Alpha.
few at like a showroom of a place that sells pizza ovens, but never seen one
Yeah.
in action.
Yeah.
Um, but
But they're
yeah,
quite big though, aren't they? They don't have like a little
No, they've got more models. So they've got like the Nano, which is like a one pizza. Then they've got
Yeah,
another one that's like a one pizza, and
yeah.
they've got gas or wood. And
When you say nano, you
um,
mean nano?
well, it's spelt nano, yeah,
And if you're
yeah,
Italian, you'll know what nano means.
yeah,
Little dwarf.
yeah.
You want to say that?
Well, we should be able to.
Yeah.
Um,
Little tiny one. That's what it
yeah,
means.
yeah. Hey, random question. What's with the little duck?
I know. I wanted to just. It's cute, isn't it? So
Yeah.
he's holding a little pizza and says, I love
Oh,
pizza."
nice. Yeah, yeah,
One of my workers, Laura,
yeah.
was in Italy recently, and she saw it in Venice and thought of me, and she got it for me. So
Oh, nice.
I like it, and I thought I'd put it on display today.
We should we should get some into the country, and we'll
Yeah,
start
we
selling
should.
a few.
Yeah.
No, it just made me think because, like, I don't know if you know, but like Jeeps have this weird thing where people put a duck on your window or like on
Oh,
your door. They're like
okay.
miniature little ducks, and it's
Oh,
like I don't know why, but it's a Jeep thing. Like people do it to each other's cars.
oh no, I didn't know that.
Um, yeah, so I think we should do that to like fucking little pizza shops.
We
Just put like a
should
little
pellet.
Italian duck on it.
Yeah, yeah, with a pellet for pizza.
Yeah, we'll put our logo on it.
Yeah, yeah. So
um,
yeah, that's what that story is for the little duck. So
yeah, fair enough.
don't know if it squeaks. It probably does, but I won't do that.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. Getting back onto the
Yeah,
portable ovens, it's yeah, it's very interesting to see where the market's going.
yeah.
Um,
Because so then you've got like, if you're gonna have a truck or something, you can set up a decent size oven where you can do like three pizzas, and
yeah,
you've got like, people like Messiano ovens
yeah, yeah.
who can do that. He's got that oven that he does, the Antimo,
The
and
stainless steel. Yep.
the stainless steel one that looks cool.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's more of a setup that you're going to put on a truck. You obviously can't carry that around.
no,
And that's and that would be obviously more for people that are catering. Not that you can't have one at home set up, but
yeah, yeah. You might have
obviously
to push it
if
on
you're
a
doing
trolley or
yeah, if you're doing like a catering, a setup to do catering, that would be good on a truck, something like that, or the Alpha,
yeah,
the
that's
bigger
it.
one, or
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
few others that I know there was
There's
one,
quite a few out there now.
yeah,
Yeah,
couple that you were looking at
um,
too. Yeah, so
yeah. There was one that I
yeah,
looked at, but yeah, like it was a good oven, but I'd say it was probably more for home use.
hmm
The one that I was looking at, just because the gas burner was, for me personally, for Napolitana pizza, it wasn't strong enough.
yeah,
It didn't roll over the oven
yeah,
as nicely as I would have wanted it to.
yeah.
And I spoke to the company to see if we could maybe adjust the flame on it, and they said, "Oh, it's a gas legality thing." And
Okay,
but otherwise, that would have been a very promising oven because that could have fit easily 4 pizzas in it, and it was
yeah,
only 5 grand.
and
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
that
So it
would be
was,
good because yeah,
yeah,
you only need the one oven then. You know what I mean?
that's right. Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to do because I was trying to move on the domes
Yeah, it's
mainly
not like
because of the wind issues.
of course, yeah. No, it's
Um,
not like you need to cook, 6 to 8 pizzas at
nah,
once.
nah,
Four is
yeah,
enough. So
nah, yeah.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like yeah, it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with these. But I think, um, yeah, like we're seeing a lot of caterers now come out that are, like they're very new to pizza, and then all of a sudden they've got a catering company,
yeah,
because they can literally start a whole business for under $1,000 now,
yeah.
you
You
know.
could. Well, that's the thing, and yeah, exactly right. You could. Well,
So
depends. If you're gonna
yeah,
do, if you're gonna have say 2 or 3 rock boxes, you need a couple of
well,
thousand.
yeah, yeah,
But still, even if you had to spend say like 5 grand, it's still very
yeah,
cheap
yeah.
to start up the catering. You make that
Oh
back
yeah,
very quickly.
yeah. That's
And
it. Yeah,
actually, one other thing I was going to say, I did a recent catering job, and we had 3 rock boxes set up. So I had my two, and my cousin had his, and
yeah.
we catered for, it was over 100 people,
Yeah,
and mate, the people were so hungry, right? So
yeah.
we couldn't literally couldn't keep up making pizzas. Like we'd turn
Oh
our
shit.
back and
Yeah,
everything was gone in 1 second.
yeah,
Anyway, what I was going to say was that I found with the ovens, unfortunately, they couldn't keep up either with retaining heat.
right.
And because we were constantly adjusting the heat, the flame to so we weren't burning pizzas or whatever,
Mm.
that might have been the case where it affected it a bit.
Yeah,
But we were pumping out the pizzas, and I just found that they weren't keeping up. And the sad thing was that we couldn't really take a break and say, hey, give us 5 minutes to let the ovens heat up again,
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
people were just standing there waiting and like hungry. So we're like, oh shit. So
yeah,
what we tried to do was, like, because we had the three, we would just use two,
yeah.
leave one, and then swap
I was
and
gonna
leave one
say
other
that.
one. Yeah, sort of rotating it so that we couldn't do
Yeah,
three at once, which was a shame, but doesn't matter. At least we were doing
yeah, yeah,
two, let one oven sort of heat up. So
yeah. That's
I
it.
guess if people that have a rock box or a couple of rock boxes and are finding that issue, there's something you can a tip that you could probably do is just rotating which ones you use till they
Yeah,
heat back up again.
yeah. Well,
If you
we
find
like.
yourself in that situation, anyway, and it's only because it was so
I
many
would definitely
people.
alternate them, but
Yeah,
yeah, like 100 people. That's a big event.
yeah, it's a big
So
event. So
yeah,
if you're doing like 40, 50 people, that's fine. But
yeah. Well, we've done. I guess it depends on the demographic too. Like we've done weddings where we've rocked up at 6 o'clock, and we don't need to be ready till 7, and then all the guests are like swarming around us, ready to eat, and we've just rocked up.
yep,
And that's not normal. You know,
yep,
because we normally. But this was more at the start of our catering where we didn't used to ask as many questions. Now I
okay,
find out all the details because it
yep,
makes my life easier.
yep. That's a good
So and
idea.
then yeah, so like even though they tell us 7 o'clock, I want to know when your guests are coming. I don't
Yeah,
want to know when you want us because you might think one thing, but then we think another. You know what I mean? And it turns
yeah.
out that this wedding, they were there since 2 o'clock, and all they had was a grazing table.
Yeah.
You know what I
See,
mean? So
and that's the thing. Yeah, you need. That's another question you can ask
yeah,
as well. Is there going to be other food?
that's right. Yeah. Well,
Um,
we have a whole questionnaire now that we ask them.
yeah, and
Um,
that's a good idea too, because then you're like, all right, then you can be prepared to know that you're going to be
yeah, yeah,
pumping out food, because that was one other thing with this gig we did. They had no other
yeah,
food, and
yeah,
we didn't know that, and so I was like, any wonder? Because I was like thinking, why are they like just continuously coming up for so long
yeah,
all
yeah,
night? Like they didn't stop. Which
yeah,
it's fine, but at the same
yeah.
time thinking, oh, now I know why that was like that was starving, man, because they had no other
Yeah, yeah,
food.
that's right. Yeah,
And
um,
so, unfortunately for us, we just could not keep up with the demand. And then obviously us
yeah,
making the best pizzas ever,
yeah. That's that's it, man. Yeah,
they just couldn't
they
stop.
all knew that
So,
you're not going to get this chance again, so just smash them. So,
yeah, yeah. No, no, I'm
um,
just talking. But yeah, it was good. It was good.
yeah. One thing I learnt with catering not to do: don't put
What's
plates
that?
down, because if you give them plates, they fucking take half a pizza to
You're
themselves.
not wrong. I did have plates, and that is
Yeah.
exactly what happened. I even had this
So
little
what?
kid. I
Yeah,
reckon he was about 6 years old. He come up with a plate, and he
yeah.
just took like a whole pizza
That's what.
almost. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
We don't do it. We don't do it anymore. We used to do plates. Now it's just napkins
yeah,
because, and it's not for like tight ass. If someone says, "Can I have a plate?" I'll give them a plate. You know
yeah,
what I mean? But we don't put them out because we've noticed how much it like. We don't end up having to make more food. We still make the same amount of food, but we have to make it so much faster
yeah.
because
They're just
say
taking
you
too
got a
much.
line of people coming up to your buffet table, they're taking 3, 4 at a time.
Yeah, instead
You
of
know what I
like
mean?
one or
Because
two. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Unless you
now
just use
like
the small plates that you can only
yeah, you could
fit
just
one
use
side.
little ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, like kind of like cocktail ones. You can do
yeah,
that too.
yeah,
But you just got to be stern with them now. Like I don't like you're not rude, but like I tell people, that one, just start with one. Like let everyone eat and then come back. It's not
yeah,
going anywhere. We're here for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of
Maybe
people
we need
seem
to
to
have a
forget
sign.
that too.
Need to have
Yeah,
a sign
yeah,
above the table. Please just take one slice at a
yeah, yeah.
time. We're here all night. Don't
That's
worry.
it. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? It's always those parties where they smash you early and then they're done. You know what I mean? Like within half an
Yeah.
hour, everyone's full. It's like, well, we're still here for another hour and a half, and you made us run like hell for that first
Yeah.
half an hour. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
um,
Yeah.
yeah. And I had one party actually, and they had other food. It was 90 people. Maltese function.
Yep.
It was a 40th, I think a 40th. Yeah. Nicest people, but man, could they eat? And
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, come on,
shit. Like
man. Wogs, that's wogs,
we
man. We know
we
it.
barely kept. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
We eat.
like we barely kept up, man. And when I tell you, like, so we do with the 2 hour service, we do an hour and a half savory, and then the last half an hour is dessert. And
Hmm.
if you want a savory pizza in between that last half an hour, I'll make one for a
Yeah.
request only. Um, but these people ate right up till almost the 2 hours, and we just had to cram the desserts in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Because they're just fucking. As I don't think that we weren't working fast enough. They were just fucking. They just kept coming back. Like
Yeah.
I saw each person come back at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
so
That sounds
I guess it's a
exactly
good
like what
thing.
we
Like
did.
it's a good thing. People are wanting your food, but
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
No, that sounds
yeah,
exactly like what happened at the function we did, man. They were eating
yeah,
up.
yeah,
We actually went over half an hour.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Um,
jeez.
we were there for two
Yeah,
and a half. Yeah, we ended
yeah,
up being there
no,
3 hours cooking.
yeah.
Like they just
Jeez.
didn't stop. I'm like, I said
Yeah,
to my
you can't
cousin,
like it. Sorry, go
no,
on.
I just turned to my cousin. I said, man, let's just finish off this dough and
Yeah, yeah.
get it done. I said, if we stay a
That's
bit
it.
longer, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter. It's all good.
yeah.
Um,
And they would appreciate that more,
yeah,
knowing
they
that
did. They did.
you didn't just piss off.
No, exactly. That's right. We were like,
Um,
if we had like 15 dough balls left or something, and I said,
yeah.
let's feed these hungry guys.
That's it. Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
it's awkward. Like if you're packing up and people are still looking for food, that's awkward.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I mean?
they
Like you
were
don't want
though,
that. So
even though,
yeah, I know.
well,
Like
you
it's
don't, but they still were, even though we're like, guys, sorry, we've
yeah,
run out of
yeah,
dough. Like,
yeah,
but doesn't matter.
yeah. We've noticed that more with like 18th and 21st, where the kids they don't really want to come up and eat straight away, or they don't want to eat a lot in front of their mates, and then they start getting drunk, and then they just smash it.
Oh yeah,
right at
yeah,
the end. You
yeah,
know. But yeah, the domes do pretty well with heat retention. Like I've never had an issue, especially so I custom like we've got the Neapolitan arch, which isn't allowed in Australia.
yeah. I
So
saw
we
that. Yeah,
so we got one custom made. And I drilled it into my ovens. So I've
yeah.
permanently so I don't know if my oven's covered by warranty anymore. But so
Oh,
I've
well.
permanently drilled them into my oven
Well, at
and
least it's
they've
retaining
helped.
you the heat.
Fuck, man,
Yeah,
like it's so much more powerful now. Like it's, I can get the oven up to temperature in half an hour versus
yeah.
45 to an hour.
So you did that
Um,
too because of the wind blowing the flame out all the time.
mainly we tried to eliminate the wind by
Yeah,
adding in that thing to block it.
yeah,
But yeah, it also just helped with with heat retention. The only problem is now because it's shortened the mouth. If you get the odd occasional pizza that puffs up a lot, getting it out's
yeah,
a bit tricky.
yeah,
I think that happened at one of the function that we did, the
yeah.
Nutella
I think
pizza.
so.
I think I
Yeah,
left
yeah,
one in there and it was
yeah.
like went up and
Like a balloon.
yeah. The
That happens if
was
you
it?
don't poke a hole in enough. Poke
Yeah,
enough holes
yeah.
in it. Yeah,
It becomes like the Toddy's bread. Is it
yeah,
toddy? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Their famous wood fired bread.
yeah.
Yeah,
Far out.
um, yeah. So yeah, I guess I want this episode to try and be as interacting as possible.
It would be good if
So
people could engage and let us
yeah,
know their thoughts on what oven they like, even if it's not Gozney or Ooni, just whatever. If you
yeah,
use a different oven, let us know.
yeah,
Let's see. We
yeah,
can
for
look
sure.
into it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll ask you a question, which I already know what you're going to say, but Gozney or Uni?
Oh. Look, I have to say Gozney based on the
Yeah.
fact that I've had more ovens. So I've had more experience with Gosneys, and most of it has been good.
Yep.
Um, I will make a point that Ooni will share your content a lot better than Gozney will.
Yep. Okay.
Every time when I had an Ooni, every time I posted, they reshared without fail.
Yep.
Gosney was not as much, but again,
Yeah.
it's not.
Do you
That's
think
not
it's
that that's
because
important.
is it? Do you think it's because Gozney are getting too many
Oh, they'd be
tags
getting a
on
shitload.
Instagram? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you got to
I
think
mean,
it's
like
worldwide. I mean, obviously Uni is as well. I don't know.
their
Maybe it's just the
followers are roughly
management.
the same. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know how many. I think they both got at least 500,000 followers.
Wow.
They would both be getting a shitload of tags.
Yeah.
But I did notice that they were more attentive to resharing. Gozney was a bit more like it had to be quite a professional looking photo.
Yeah.
Um, but the ovens, if I was, and I still say it to this day, so I used to be a Gozney collective member. I'm no longer part of them,
Yeah.
just because I wanted to be not a nomad, but like
Yeah.
I don't want to, put all my passion into one thing when there is other things out there, and
Yeah.
I'm a person that I like to speak my truth about things. So
Yeah.
if there's something that I don't like about a particular brand, I'm not going to tell people I like it based
Yeah.
on the fact that I'm part of them. Um, so yeah, not because not for anything, but yeah, I have noticed their performance of their ovens, the designs, how similar they are to actual commercial ovens. Um, I don't think Uni's there yet.
Yeah.
But they still make awesome ovens, Uni. But
Yeah.
if I had to, I've put my rock box out in the rain, really strong winds, hot weather, and it's been fucking perfect ever since. Like the rock box is such a good oven. So anytime
It is a good
someone's,
oven.
yeah,
Yeah.
anytime someone's learning pizza and they ask me what oven do you want, I pretty much go straight to Gozney. I'll tell them about Uni ovens, and I let people make that decision because it's not my oven to buy.
Of course. Yeah.
But the way I see it is that value for money. I think their ovens give you a lot more.
Yeah.
And if I had to choose today to get an oven, I'd be getting the Arc or the Arc XL.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because
Like I said, they are a good oven, and
yeah,
it sort of looks similar to the Dome.
yeah, still
And
portable enough
still
to put
portable
it
enough.
to put
Yeah,
in your back seat if you need to go camping.
yeah, because they're not huge, but
Yeah.
they're big enough that
Yeah, you can have it in an alfresco, and it looks like
yeah,
like a little wood-fired oven. So
yeah. No, I have to
and
agree
much
with.
much easier to learn.
Yeah, of course. No, I was going to say I have to agree with all your points on Gozney's design.
Yeah,
They are next level. They definitely look commercial style. They look good. Like you
yeah,
said, they look like a wood oven. You know what I mean? And even though they're small or
yeah,
whatever, they look so cool. And
yeah, yeah,
and yeah, like the rock box is awesome. Only fault that I have with it is that the flame at the back. But I suppose with it being at the
yeah,
back, it's more wind resilient. I suppose so
yeah, yeah.
less
And
likely
the
to wind will blow. But it's just that if you like I said, if you haven't got the hang of how to use it properly,
yeah, yeah.
it can affect your pizza. Especially
I think actually making pizzas on a rock box versus making them in a wood-fired oven or a dome, it's actually such a different technique.
yeah,
Like when I'm rotating pizzas in a rock box, I'm doing miniature, quick
yeah, you just
little
like
turns.
yeah, little,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
because you've
I'm
got no
not
room.
leaving.
You haven't got that
Yeah.
room to turn. You
Yeah.
almost have to take the pizza out and turn it. Almost.
Almost. Yeah, yeah. So that's why the mantle's really good.
Yeah, the mantles are awesome. I
That's
went
a
and got them
that's a
straight away.
fucking that is a lifesaver. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the
Um,
best thing they ever did.
yeah. I think it should come standard with the oven. That's one thing
Yeah,
I want to mention.
yeah, I reckon. 100%.
Too many little
100%.
items that you got to buy.
Yeah.
I think
Well, for them, it's a
like
good selling point.
yeah,
You
but
know.
for me, what I didn't understand is that okay, you made the rock box, you made the dome, you realize later that they need mantles because people were custom making them, so they designed a Gozney one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now you've got the Arc and the Arc XL, and the mantle's extra. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, well, you know now that people want it. You know, it
Yeah.
should be like it's like when you buy like the Meziana oven, like it's on a mantle. You know what I mean? Like it's because
Yeah. Of
it's a
course.
wood fired oven that pizza chefs need it.
Yeah.
You know, like every oven should come standard with
Yeah.
some kind of mantle.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
it should,
so
but it's again, it's a
but
selling point for them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
well,
extra
that's
money
it. They'd be
to them. They'd be like, oh, well, they need it, they want it, they'll pay for it.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. No, they would be stupid to include it for free,
Yeah.
but we
Unless
want
they
it.
incorporate it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Unless they incorporate it in their selling price. Say a
yeah,
rock box
yeah.
is $6.99 or $7.99 or whatever it is.
That's it. Yeah,
Um, Make it $7.50 or $8.50 or whatever. Or,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, for
obviously,
sure. Yeah,
the mantle probably. I think the mantle costs a bit more than $50, but
little bit.
yeah.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying. You can add it in there and still, you know,
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
make something from it. So
yeah,
anyway,
yeah. Awesome. All right.
cool.
Well, I think we can probably wrap it up a bit.
Absolutely.
We definitely got both of our views on it.
Yeah.
It'd be good for people to tune in and comment on the
Yeah.
YouTube. So obviously we're going to upload the full one to YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think what we'll do for this one is we'll just upload a few clips on Instagram and see if we can get people talking about it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, you know what I was going to
Yeah.
say? Like, I'm sorry that I can't comment on Uni because I've never used their oven or whatever. But I was going to say, my son's actually got an Uni oven.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's 3. He's not even 3 yet. He's got a little
Yeah.
Uni oven.
We'll get him
It's
to
the
be an
toy one.
ambassador.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
toy one.
Oh, it's so
I should have
cool.
got.
Yeah, yeah.
I should have got it for the episode to put in the background.
Yeah, yeah. You should have.
But
Actually, that makes me think of one thing that I thought we haven't touched on, but we won't need to much, is the electric ones, like the
oh
little
yeah.
miniature deck ovens,
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah, yep.
So
The Uni
they're another
ones.
one for people. Oh, well, there's Uni and there's the other brands that are
Yep.
all coming out with them now.
Yeah.
Um,
Ninja. There's a Ninja brand
the
too.
Yeah, Ninja and the I don't know how you say it, Funo or something.
Okay. I'm not
Um,
sure.
yeah, it starts with E. It looks like
Oh
a miniature.
yes.
It looks like a miniature deck oven. It's literally a box.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
You
think
know.
you've showed me that before. You
Yeah,
or
yeah.
someone
So
definitely has shown me that before. Yep.
yeah,
I
they're
remember
another
that
good
stuff.
one to get into if you don't want to be buying gas bottles all the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
gas doesn't cost that much anyway. They last for
Nah.
the rock
Oh
box,
yeah.
mate, doesn't chew much at all, or even the domes or the arcs. They don't chew that much gas.
Yeah, no, I think we've timed around 16 hours on our domes per gas bottle, and
Yeah. That's
that's like changing it with some gas in it still because
yeah.
I don't like to run out at an event, obviously.
Of course.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah. So, all right,
Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's wrap
yeah,
it up.
cool. Thanks for
We'll keep
jumping on,
talking.
and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening, and please comment
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
share
Yeah.
your opinions on what oven. We'll see if we can
Let's
get a
hear your
debate going.
thoughts. Yeah.
So,
Exactly. Let's do
yeah.
it. Fight to the death.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, everyone. All right.
Ciao.